Hey, what's up, guys? Oz here. This is another setup that I want to talk about. It's a really good class. Actually, it's more of a score streak setup than a class, but it's a really good setup for doing well, regardless of the enemy's skill level. Even if you're playing really good players, they're going to have a hard time dealing with you if you're able to get these streaks up in the air. I originally got this from Scrub Killer. He told me about how effective it is. I'm surprised I didn't really try it sooner. What it is the orbital VSAT with the escort drone and the EMP. It is unreal how fast you will cycle through your kill streaks with this setup. The reason being is because you get 10 for the VSAT, you get 10 for the EMP, and you get 25 points towards your score streak for every escort drone kill. So what that means for you is that pretty much every minute or so of gameplay, as long as you're moving around the map and getting kills with the VSAT up, you should have these streaks up the entire game. As you saw earlier in this game, I did die off a streak, but I eventually did get my VSAT. I called it in, and you'll see how fast I'm able to quickly cycle through these. The only time you get disrupted is usually during the break. If you're not able to, earn one of your streaks before the round ends, you're kind of screwed because you lose a lot of your momentum. So you're pretty much forced to, play the objective. Just make sure you get your caps. Try to get as many capture kills as possible. Try to earn the 1,000 points, 1,100 points, whatever it is for the VSAT. Once you get the VSAT, you should immediately earn that escort drone, and then the escort drone will build you into the EMP. I think it's, without hardline, I believe it's 1,200, and then 1,250, and 1,300 for the score streak points. So they're all pretty much next to each other. So once you get one, there's no reason why you shouldn't have the other ones. EMP basically blocks the enemies from calling in any type of kill streaks like UAVs, care packages. Even if they have their own VSAT, they can't call that in. And that's why I like the EMP so much. It's a great supportive weapon. You're not going to look like the big Billy Badass on top of the leaderboard with a crap ton of kills, but you will have a lot of score. I think this game, wasn't even really trying. I was just playing solo, just trying to get a little bit of footage showing these type of kill streaks, and I think I do a good job of that here in the second round. I think I ended up with like 7,500 points, which is pretty good. It's around a 750 score per minute. But you saw here, I didn't have a VSAT for the second round, so the easiest way to do that is to obviously rush the B flag at the start of the game. Try to get a capture kill, and then make sure you get that cap. And if you're lucky like me, I use a little bit of teammate shielding, let my teammates go first. They absorb all the punishment, and then I'm able to locate where the enemies are based off of the gunfire. So that alone builds me up into my escort and my VSAT, and then eventually into my EMP. Watch how fast these cycle. Let's see. Right here, I earned it at about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second round. Let's see how long it takes me to get my next set of streaks. But I just really like it. The gun that I'm using, this is the hammer. I'm using a little bit different than my last video. I'm using it with FMJ and I believe Quick Draw. And then I'm using a shock charge with a C4. When I play solo, I don't know. I like to use the shock charge over the stun grenade when I play solo, just for the simple fact that I can use it to block off a flank, because you can't rely on randoms ever. So right there, less than a minute, guys, I cycled through my kill streaks. What was that? 45 seconds. I had another set. Pretty beast. But anyways, you can't rely on randoms, so I like to use the shock charge. When I'm using VSAT, I like to combine that with the C4. Because usually when, if you got a VSAT up, they're going to be, the enemies are going to get killed in bunches, and they're going to respawn in bunches, which means it's going to be very important for you to have that C4, if you get stuck in a tight situation. Escort drone is not the best kill streak in the world, but it's really good for helping you push in the enemy spawn and get those flag captures. That's the main point of this setup, is you want to run around trying to cap flags. It's not really good for drawing out the games. Like if you're trying to get a 12-minute, 11-minute domination game, that's not going to happen because you're going to be 3-cap pretty much the entire game if you do use this setup, unless you're playing with a party and you guys coordinate it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say about this setup. It's something I highly recommend. This is a super beast setup. If you play solo a lot, this setup will save your ass. If you're tired of losing playing solo, you're tired of your crap teammates, this is definitely the way to go. Another thing I forgot to mention was I like the EMP so much because every good player out there relies on their minimap. EMP takes away that minimap. Anyways, that's the end of this video, guys. Make sure you guys try it out. Drop me a like, drop me a comment, and I'll see you guys next video.